Hi everyone, and today's topic is petty cash book. The petty cash book. What is a petty cash book? It is a book which is used for recording a number of small payments such as conveyance, stationery, cartage, carriage, etc. It is maintained by a junior clerk or a junior cashier known as petty cashier. Now, what are the advantages of maintaining a petty cash book? It saves time. It is maintained by a petty cashier, so it saves times of the head cashier. The head cashier need not worry about the small payments because that is taken care of by the petty cashier. Number 2, minimizes the burden. Now, since this petty cash book is maintained by the petty cashier to record the small payments, so the head cashier's work is lessened. He need not worry about recording the petty expenses. The work is divided. The small payments are maintained by the petty cashier, and the main expenses of the businesses are taken care of by the head cashier. Puts check. What kind of check? It provides control on the or over the small payments. Convenience. Convenience of what? About the laser posting. Here all these small expenses like conveyance, stationery, cartage, carriage and so on, different kinds of other small payments are recorded in the petty cash book, and at the end of a period, say after a week, a month or fortnight, those total amount, the total amount of each of these expenses will be transferred to the ledger. Then comes the system of petty cash book, which is known as impressed system of maintaining a petty cash book. Usually, petty cash book is maintained or kept on impressed system. Now, what is the impressed system? Impressed system is a system of maintaining cash book where a petty cash book is given a fixed amount of money, and the petty cashier has to make all the payments out of this fixed amount. And at the end of the period, say week, fortnight or month, right, the head cashier will reimburse the amount spent by the petty cashier, so that at the start of the fresh month, the petty cashier will have the same fixed amount. Okay, so he has a fixed amount. Fixed amount given to the petty cashier is known as impressed amount. Is known as the impressed amount. The petty cashier has to make all the small payments from this impressed amount. Take for example, supposing the impressed amount given is rupees 500 in the month of January. So all the small payments for the month of January has to be made out of this 500. Now the petty cashier at the end of January finds that he has spent, say, 450 rupees has been spent. Okay. Then in the next month for February, he is left with 500 minus 450. He is left with 50 rupees. So 50 rupees balance is there. And this amount will be reimbursed by the head cashier, so that in the beginning of February he will still have 500 rupees, which is the fixed amount. Right? So this system of maintaining a petty cash book is known as impressed system of petty cash book. Types of petty cash book. There are two types of petty cash book. Simple petty cash book and analytical petty cash book. Simple petty cash book is identical to the cash book, where on the debit side we record the amount received, and on the credit side we record the amount paid, small amounts paid. So here you have the format. On the debit side you have amount received, ledger folio, cash book folio number, date, particulars, then ledger folio, voucher number and the amount paid. So in this column we will write on the amount paid, In this column we will write down the amount received, and amount received will be only from the head cashier. So that's a simple petty cash book. It is identical to the main cash book. Analytical petty cash book. In the analytical petty cash book, you will have the analysis columns. That means you will have columns for each categories of expenses like cartage, carriage, stationery, and this column will depend on the frequency of the expenses made, right? And you have a ledger account column here. Ledger account column is for those expenses which are related to the personal account or asset, personal account or fixed assets, like payment made for furniture purchased will be in the ledger column. Payment to a creditor will be in the ledger columns, because these are not small payments, these are the main payments. Now, on the debit side, you will write down the amount received, then you will have date, voucher number, particulars, then the total amount. Okay. Then after writing the total amount, you need to write down the amount in each of the columns that you make the payment. If you have made the payment for stationery, you write down the amount in the total column as well as in the stationery column. If the amount is paid for carriage, you write down the amount in the total column as well as under the carriage. Then at the end, we will find the total of each of these analysis column, and this total will be posted to the ledger account. So this is all we have for the petty cash book. Thank you.